lovelies? Today we have an exciting video because I am going to teach you how to use some Bdellium brushes. Every single artist at Blushington not only uses these at the store, but most of us actually use this in our own homes as well because we love the brushes so much. So if you're one to get very easily discouraged at the sight of brushes, no need to worry. I'm going to teach you how to use every single one of these brushes accordingly, and it's going to be good. So if you want to learn how to use these brushes, then just keep on watching. So for the sake of this video, I'm not going to use a beauty blender or my fingers or any other tools besides the Bdellium set. So starting off with primer, I'm taking the Herborian Pink Perfect Cream and pairing that with this foundation brush right here. This is really going to make sure that it applies very smoothly onto my skin. I'm actually going to apply it in an upward motion, make sure that it really fills it into my pores because this is like a blurifying primer. And moving on to foundation, I'm picking up this Bdellium 959 brush. It's basically a very dense kabuki brush, which makes it perfect for applying and really packing on foundation. So what I like to do with this brush is really continue to pat it until it's not globbed on. You really want the bristles to absorb most of the product so it gives you an airbrush finish. Moving on to eyes, anytime you take something creamy or liquidy like a concealer or an eyeshadow primer, you're going to want to pick up a brush like this guy. This is a concealer brush, and as you can see, the bristles are very compact, thin, and because of this, it's going to really glide on any liquid concealer, anything of the like, as opposed to a brush like this one, which is a packer brush, perfect for any powder, eyeshadows, things of that nature. But if you use something like this for concealer, it'll absorb too much product and it won't really glide the product on like this one would. So with that being said, taking my eyeshadow primer, I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid. So the Bdellium set comes with two sort of blending brushes, which I absolutely adore. So this one is a bit fluffier, as you can see, and then this one's a bit tinier and more compact. And so what I like to do is really pack the product on here. It's the perfect shape to apply any eyeshadow in the crease region. And then with the blending brush that's fluffier, you can really diffuse the product out and make sure that it's very blended. And taking that shader brush that I showed you earlier, I'm going to use that to apply my outer V shade and really pack that color on there. And now you can blend that color out using a smaller blending brush since we're covering a smaller area. And to finish this eye look off, I'm taking a pearl base from Galactic, and like I said, anytime you use creams or liquids, you're going to want to use a compact concealer brush. Eyes are all finished, so moving on to the eyebrows, I'm taking Brow Gal's brow powders using an angled brush. This one is so thin and precise. If you use something like a pomade, you'll really be able to get those hair-like strokes. That is super trendy right now, but I don't really want to go for that look. I just want to lightly fill it in and just fill in any sparseness with these powders. So I'm going to contradict myself just a little bit here because for concealer, I'm not going to take that concealer brush. I'm taking the blending brush. What this is going to do is that same exact thing that I told you it's going to do. It's going to absorb most of the product, therefore really diffusing out the under eye area and leaving me with a very light coverage. You don't want it to be globbed on to your skin. You want the brush to do its job and to really work as a tool. And moving on to contour and bronzer, I'm taking the Bdellium 942 brush. This is perfect for blush, for bronzer, because it is angled, so it really fits perfectly into the contours of your cheeks. So when using this brush, I don't like to dip it in head first into the product. I like to kind of really pack the product onto the side because that way you really take advantage of that nice edge of it. And then once you have your product on your skin, you can take the front end of the brush and really blend it out. But when it comes to forehead, you can literally just dip it in, swirl it in, just use the whole brush to blend everything out. And to finish the look off, I'm taking Petite and Pretty's lip gloss in Gia Pink, and I'm using that with a lip brush. The lip brush really allows you to have more precision than just the standard lip tube, and also it's just the more sanitary route, especially if you are working on someone other than yourself. And that is it, you guys. People get so discouraged and overwhelmed when they see so many brushes. They're like, I'm not gonna use all of those brushes, like there's no need for it. But truly, every single brush has a specific use, and I just showed you how to use every single brush in the Bdellium set. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something.